when you're looking at Jarvan, Nico, you know, Kaza comps here with Annie as well. So you definitely want some mobility on your carry there. And the Corki is going to fill that role. So there's the Mbesta that was hovered previously. Definitely has been a good champ here at 4-3-6-9. So, Daniel, do you believe in Kanavi to get the first win on the board for Jarvan?
I mean, yeah, I do, because it looks like he's going to get the first kill in this game! Caster blessed, Caster cursed, I'm not sure what to say. In the Dragon these days means there's not an easy objective for him to take back in response.
Yeah. Krugs for Dragon is a very good trade for TES, and 369's full HP, so they're not even worried about any sort of full rotation. So look at the cost for this play. TES, full 5 members at Grubs means that Corki down here is actually getting the... So 369 was able to get some experience from those previous minions that were dying, but not the rest of them, and the race for the tower
has begun. Grub advantage, of course, in the mid lane. It's the immediate 1v1. Across the Veil used just for a bit of extra damage onto Cream. Cream forced out of lane, but top lane left isolated. Perfect doesn't even bother to approach, so it's tower for tower trade, but first tower does go to the side of KT.
All right, rushing down the first turret for them.
Kanavi is here to shadow, here to cover. Control ward gives them perfect information as to where Kaza is, and Kanavi wants to kick this one off. Cream looking for the follow-up. BDD ready to go. Weirding doesn't connect. Cream trying to find the angle to get the CC down. Trapped in. Dashed out from Kuz. But just a dash to his death. Cream with a nice...
This is going to turn into the Dragon. They should be able to burn it down.
Second Drake, perfect coming in. KT
instantly here, but nobody goes down. So we continue fairly close pace, and the decider are going to be these team fights. TES stacking up the Dragons. Wait.
Jackie Love on the bottom side, BDD trying to get away, but he's already marked up. Nice initial escape across the Veil, comes out. Jackie Love getting lower. Oh, but the Nico's on the way, trying to catch all possible options. Nice footwork from BDD. One more second, does he have enough to get out? No, he does not. 369 brings down the hammer and takes him out on the top side. It's a split play. Kanavi, they know he has no flash, just easy pickings, but Cream wants to try and turn it back. He summons the bear, but the redemption is there, and there's nothing left for TES.
Nice counterplay from KT. Both teams making plays, opposite side of the map. The TES play is going to result in bot tower, but KT are answering, pushing mid. They'll get their tower answer there, and they got their kill answer onto Kanavi, capitalizing on the previously blown flash. Going blow for blow here, Daniel.
And super important that they're able to do so, right? Because it felt like they were just starting to fall behind, but this is giving them that bit of momentum, giving them that control on the top side, now leading to the Herald. Clone there for Hunk to spot out Cream, but we know he doesn't have access to the bear or the flash, so KT feel pretty comfortable to just take this. They lose mid in the process as well, so KT really swinging things back into their favor. Navi not even going to go for it. I think a good shout overall as Kuz is going to grab the Herald. Big AoE damage. The flash build for Hung as well.
Battle Herald summoned in the middle.
Ready to ride away in a blaze of glory. Hung going to get things kicked off. Only managed to get Kuz, and he just turns right back and starts free firing. Kanavi cut out the Sundered Sky, doesn't do a damn thing. TES, though, fighting back. Cream burned down on the side by Perfect. TES holding the line. It's an absolute bloodbath around the Drake, and it looks like they might be able to grab it in the end. They've taken the Hextech Drake. Docdam running. BDD in the back lines. Jackie Love taken down. It's a double kill for Perfect.
And KT!
But if he TP's in, is it going to be fast enough? 6K getting lower. KT backing off. Going to play to punish the TP instead. Looking to delete 369. Unstoppable for a brief moment. Dashing out to safety now. Ulti coming in from Cream. It's a bloodbath as Otacon remains in the mix, but it's a beautiful equalizer across the lineup. Hawk tries to fire back. Across the Veil comes BDD, bouncing to the other side, looking to finish up TES. Jackie Love the barrier, keeping him standing. His Peter goes a little bit too far, and 369 is happy to punish.
Oh, BDD!
Dash back, Weirding keeping him safe. Kanavi ready to cover. KT, are they confident enough to stay on the objective? Yes, they are. They're unconcerned. So many of the ultis missing. They know they can finish this one up, but it's the steal you mentioned, Kobe. Kanavi the hope. Jackie Love here as well. Docdam zoning him out. 5K getting lower, but 369 now has access. The resistance is getting shredded by the Otacon, but Docdam full health. Zoning with the rockets, the Foss bombs. KT will take the Otacon.
Kanavi's too low. Docdam did a great job.
Crucial not to let 369 get onto that backline. Peter going in with the Hex Flash, immediate follow-up. He just gets burned to death by the Equalizer. Hung with the counter engage, but again, the follow-up damage is not there. TES split apart and divided. They fall at the soul. The perfect secure coming in from Kuz just in time. Jackie Love running, flashing, will barely survive, but the soul will not go to TES.
Yeah, soul denied. KT, can they chase anything else down? Doesn't.
Catch out. The public execution, but for who? 369 turning back now. Kuz burned down. BDD might be in trouble. Jackie Love still sticking around, but Docdam happy to just jump in, riding the Corgi off into the night. Jackie Love wants to turn it with the barrier, but it's just not happening. Cream trying to prep the stun. It's ready to go. But he's just waddling out.
Yeah, BDD's
no
got
room
this.
Left. Slow down, the big one. The triple for Docdam. We'll finish a full second item. Maybe hasn't had a chance to back quite yet. As Cream throws down the bear, but it's not doing a whole hell of a lot. Cuz happy to essentially just grab a solo kill. Perfect. And Docdam there to spectate.
Because they had one fight after fight after fight, but those fights were very necessary, Dracos, because they have been...
We talked about it, right? All it takes is one big anti-stun, one mysterious minion.
Oh.
That was not it. That is the second one that's gone completely awry. KT happy to turn it back. Peter finding the multi-man knockup. BDD to finish that initial kill off. Now starting the chase. Excellent equalizer from Perfect. Living up to his namesake as TES are sent packing in the mid lane.
Docdam has been so good. You are
KT eyes locked on this Baron, however, no one waiting over the wall to try and zone Kanavi quite yet, but BDD inbound. Peter chasing it. Docdam's out for blood. Cream waiting to fire back with Annie. Cuz is the only one left in the pit. It's 369 to the back line. He's the strong member of the team trying to finish off Peter. Jackie Love finding the angle to Docdam. That's going to be big. The plasma stacks finally popping. BDD, though, chasing him down. Going to finish that one off. It's a double kill for Cuz. Hung the last man left standing, and he's going to be quick to fall. KT again taking the fight.
Cuz is even going to kill the ward while they're finishing off the enemy support there. This should be KT denying another soul, grabbing another dragon. Team fight after team fight after team fight, they come out ahead. This time, it is 369 and Jackie Love actually assassinating the Corki, but everybody else had already taken so much damage that then they were deep in enemy lines and they go down as well. So KT, another victorious team fight. Here's the opener where they burst down Jackie. It's BDD around over this control ward. Huge burst onto Jackie.
Really a right time. Sometimes you just got to have the
Oh.
hard conversation. Cuz nice backstep coming in. Hung going to be initially caught out. 369 retreating. Redemption coming down from the sky. And Cuz still happy to keep chasing forward. TES zoned away from the pit, but here comes BDD as well. Cream instant flash out. Kanavi going to be caught up by the ultimate coming in from Nautilus, and down he goes. BDD on a rampage.
This team fight is just seamless from KT. One-man army right there. Him and Jackie Love now can move over towards Baron. Can they actually contest, though?
It's going to be tough. They have to expose themselves to the flank. Two angles of attack potentially coming in for KT. Hung waiting over the wall. Access
Is this
to
it?
the flash. The proto belt. Nico ready to go, maybe to kick the fight off. Cream taken out in the blink of an eye, though. Oh my God! 369, the last man left standing. Another double kill for Docdam, and pack it up, boys. KT not messing around.
Yeah, they get their Baron and some extra kills on top of it, Dracos. Now can they chase down a couple more? Hung.
Okay, Kobe, we got a theory craft. If TES are going to make the comeback, is it just a steal? How can they do this? Because KT have been so oppressive. They've been better in the fight.
And they have a Mikhail's.
Yep. And a redemption, which Hung obviously does not have.
All right,
Oh, that's the ulti. Initial burst damage coming out. Hung looking for the re-engage. BDD able to make it over the wall using the power of the ultimate. Kanavi living for an extra second, but it's not quite enough. Cuz now unstoppable, going right over the wall. It's the three-man. And we said it, Cuz needed to step up, and he absolutely has in this game one. Dominant performance on this Wukong. They're not going to wait for Soul. They don't even need it. KT, when you win all the team fights, you win the game. TES sent packing in this series.
Honestly, great performance from every KT member. Great coordination.
Fantastic stuff there. First blood in the series. TES, the dominant early game we thought we would see. It was a single kill.
And fight. So let's see it. Big Kanavi Zed coming through. And we'll round it out with the kind of standard Renekton here.
This is interesting, right? It feels like top esports are putting a lot of
fight him, but Cuz knows. He's like, all right, yeah, Kanavi's definitely going to be coming for me. I am not going to give him the fight. Yeah. And so he leaves the side. But wait a second, Kanavi's staying so long. Do they want to punish this push on BDD? BDD is 50%.
Flash forward. Rude, it's only going to be the slow, but Kanavi immediately goes in. One more auto contest for the week. He does not quite get the damage. BDD still living. Cream in trouble. Hung over the wall. Hits him with the feather.
They get it. Kanavi with this comp.
Yeah, definitely a lot of potent scaling as we get later in the game. Won't be an Infernal Soul, but they will get that first Infernal Drake. Meanwhile, on the top side, Perfect and 369 continue to trade blows. Level 6 is where we might start there as well to cover. Level advantage massive. Kanavi with access steal, but Docdam waiting over the wall. Kanavi, shadow forward, knock-up connecting onto Peter. Exhaust already down with the death mark now going in. Peter might just be in trouble, but the CC's flawless. Kanavi immediately forced to step back, manages to get the red, healing up just a bit, but BDD now on the way. Miasma over the wall, it means Hung is going to get taken down. Red buff for support, KT covering very well.
I feel like every assassin player is always like, man, they had an exhaust. He gets exhausted. Kanavi gets exhausted. It is rough. And 1 for 1 in the very end.
A little bit of damage goes over. Tries to get tricky with it. Peter!
And now he's actually dead.
Now Jackie Love's chasing down Doctam. Doctam only level 5, Jackie Love level 6. Surely this is another kill to follow. This game is an absolute bloodbath. Barrier there for Doctam. Tries to land one more Q, doesn't get it. Cream comes over the wall. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So in the end, wait, we're not even done yet. Peter here's got the wave pushing 9 though. So Perfect is trying to walk his way over to lend support, but it is
Coverage good there. Hung able to get outside of the miasma though. Not quite perfect setup. Kaza has already started the objective. Crucially, they don't really have mid-prio here. It's an even lane state. Because doesn't have vision. Doesn't anticipate them to be dropping a wave. True Shot Barrage is used. They're able to grab 2 grubs. Likely to be just happy with that, but Peter wants a little bit more. Flash out from Hung. Nice look for KT. Able to grab the Summoner spell as well as the 2 grubs, but TS firing back with the grub of their own. Too much.
Oh, we are converging though. Peter is chasing.
Peter wandering his way in. Drake is going to go down. Kanavi able to take that. Peter holding onto the ulti as long as possible. Heal coming out. Perfect flashing and immediate stun. Cleanse coming out from Jackie Love. Charm is there from Hung. Jackie Love now moving backward. You're going to be able to pull in the feathers, but Peter just refuses to go down. Hung waiting off to the side. Kanavi going in with the ulti. And in the meantime, it's a turn right back. BDD not quite able to land it, but the interrupt going to come through just in time. 369 dropping down. Cream able to make it out with the realm more.
BDD again though. Blue Trinket is going to see him, and BDD's out. They're going to make a counterplay.
TP happy to sack bottom side. There's not even a way for them to play for. Now it's 369 who needs to get running. Cuz can just steal away all those resistances as well. Locked up, the pillar there too. BDD just running him down. 369 nowhere left to go. The Q3 not enough.
Is it cathartic how everybody
He promised us?
Yeah.
But we infrequently see
3v1 him? That's
3v1 just CC him. Got it, yes.
But that one was good. I mean, I really like that call. If they're going to make the bottom side play on you, BDD just teleports out. They go make the cross map play on the other side. They get a kill. Plus, they're going to still do the side lane tower trades. And Cuz is going to get +1 on the mid lane tower with his Rift Herald. So Cream does get the bottom tower, but BDD is going to get the top side one as well. I think, honestly, just keep 369 pushing top. Don't even teleport him down.
The controversial arcane shift into the Zed move, probably a testament to how comfortable KT are feeling in this game, as it's Jackie Love who now might be in trouble. Headbutt pulverized comes out, pillar ready to follow, redemption coming down, Jackie Love getting a little bit more space, the feathers ready to be pulled back, double root, but he'll still die in the end. Perfect TPing to the top side. KT might be playing for a little bit more here.
Jackie caught. Are the rest of them caught? At least some of them are.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
Nice.
Kanavi's going to need to get tricky. Now goes back, wants to ult onto Doctam. Is going to spin a little bit, needs to get to the blast cone in time. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to grab the kill. The pillar sends him sky high. Peter in the end going to knock him down. Does Ezreal really have the range advantage? It's so hard for TES to approach. Kanavi caught out. Beautiful layering. Kanavi forced back. That's the living shadow. Redemption now coming down, holding on for an extra second. Peter getting low. The unbreakable will about to fade away. Jackie Love still here, but it's perfect on the flank. The cleanse being forced out from Jackie. Perfect dashing back with the dice. Jackie Love continues to auto attack. In the meantime, the combo! It comes in. Kaz getting the kill onto Cream. Perfect zoning off single-handedly the TES bottom lane. It's just feeling like death by 1,000 cuts as KT turn their attention to the Otacon.
BDD with the petrifying gaze. Hits the stun. Cream down, and Otacon soon to follow.
Jackie has flash, but BDD terrifying. That 2-item spike for Cassio is massive. Hung does not, has spellbook, but doesn't have smite. No reason to walk forward there, but wants to spot it. Will know that it's going down, and again, the advantage is for really big KT fans, or if they're not KT fans.
Yeah, is it quiet because okay, wait a second.
Because they don't want to believe, but I'm starting to believe because Kanavi looking good as dead. The body blocks coming in, the feathers are flying. Kanavi just barely able to make it out. Peter locked up, the feathers coming through. The will looking breakable as the shutdown finally there. A glimmer of hope for TES.
Top play as well. Teleport up here for a 2v1 on Perfect.
Perfect, quick stun. Cream now coming around the wall. Cuz trying to collapse on Jackie Love in the meantime. It's a split play across 2 fronts. Jackie Love caught out. Realm Warp to get them a little bit closer to Perfect. Jackie Love holding on nicely. They don't really have an angle of attack there. Dominance coming out for Perfect in the meantime. One dash going through. Knocked back by 369, but he manages to make it over the wall. Hung now chasing. Flash forward. The stun to interrupt, but it's not enough to stop the knockup. It's a shutdown for Cream. TES grab another.
TES investing
1.5 items, but they're just really not in a good spot here. Kanavi laying down the shadow, but immediately forced out of the pit. Good discipline from the side of KT to not give him that angle from KT. So it makes sense that he would delay a bit. Peter I'm going to step forward, alting the quickness now there. Miasma to block a bit more as Kanavi's forced back solo by Peter, but BDD's just on the chase. Kanavi zoned away. Excellent pillar to isolate Cream. Twin Fangs coming out. That's the ulti. Cream able to sidestep. BDD getting a little bit lower, but the Redemption keeping him topped up. And now he's just running Cream down. KT. Effortless collapse on the top side. Kanavi trying to get tricky. Good sidestep. Take away from the Mystic shot. Will be able to escape.
KT are honestly just dominating them, running them down here, and they can push in on this secondary tower. There is split push going on, so they will get one tower in payment this time around.
But now the setup on the top side, we're 38 seconds from that Baron spawning. There is a Casio on this KT lineup. They will delete this objective if they're given 30 seconds. They're not, right now with the death timers on Cream, they've already got 15. KT might just settle for this tier 2, however. Position there,
but they're just going to burn this thing down.
Kanavi, 10K on the objective. Have to keep eyes on Kanavi. He's the one that can make the steal happen immediate. Starts the fight is looking good as Cream is caught out. Redemption to hit him topped up, but most of TES is going to be splitting off. Peter going to use the Mikhails on himself to survive a little bit longer. In goes 369, trying to find the isolated target, but for now, BDD is untouched. The feathers fly as Jackie Love goes up and comes right back down. Triple kill for Dockdown, and the isolated 1v1. 369 only find a brief moments for an honorable duel as KT cut him to pieces.
Quadra kill for Dockdown this time around, and KT are staring straight at a 3-0 through Swiss.
Incredible stuff from this lineup. So composed in these mid to late game scenarios. TES so often dominant in the early game, so often clutch in the team fights, but we are seeing none of that in the face of KT. Break open the base of TES, but TES commit to the 1-3-1. In this case, it'll be a 4-1 as Cream still solo pushing that top side, wants the additional gold, wants that bounty. However, it's just so hard for them to defend the range of the Ezreal, the all-in threat. Cream returning means they might have an angle of attack. Heal comes out from Peter. Headbutt pull only onto 369. In the meantime, Perfect getting things off. Perfect getting lower, or Peter, excuse me, getting lower as Dockdown continues to rain Mystic shots from the sidelines, and KT content to just take 2 inhibs. With the Realm Warp.
Yeah, that would be a dangerous one.
Not going to be something they take, so KT happy for that. Soul, of course, next. Reset comes in from BDD. He's immediately going to teleport to the bottom lane. If TES overcommit to face check here, it could kill them, but they already have the vision set up, crucially. So they know when this is being started. Sweeper's now going to get used. TES, see, they have a potential angle of attack, but walking through the choke against BDD is terrifying. The Miasma to stop the follow-up. 4K getting lower. Kanavi needs to move in, but the stun, Perfect ready with it to try to take it away. 3K, eyes on the objective, eyes on the soul. KT holding on to the fight in the meantime. Ducked in and BDD for now untouched. The Dragon ignored. It's no longer important. Cuz keeping things going. Cuz versus 369 in the pit. It does not matter. Jackie flashing back. Feathers ready to pull back, but the damage is not there. BDD is just stronger. The soul is theirs. The series is theirs. KT dominance in this 2-0 matchup.
Welcome to the group stage. KT gonna get through unless Cream and Kanavi literally can have a miracle happen right now.
KT pushing in, BDD flash forward, Perfect dashing through to give us, okay, that wasn't it. But at the end of the day,
no miracle.
It still works out. KT, I don't know if you believed or didn't believe, but either way, KT fans, it worked. KT moving on to knockouts, moving on to the bracket stage.
Making quick work of it here. 2-0 for KT. Team fight after team fight after team fight, spanning both games.
Dismantling TES, I think it's safe to say, even when we got to see some of the flair, some of the spicy picks we were waiting for from Kanavi, the Zed just did not work out at the end of the day. Congrats to KT, 2-0, moving on. Let's see what the analyst desk has to say.
Let's go! My goats! I've always doubted them, and that was the way to go.
Unsurprisingly, Laura was the loudest one in the arena.
Honestly, that's actually what happened. Like, no one was clapping. I was like,
real
yeah, let's do it, let's do it. But what a way of doing it, honestly. Like, I know we were talking about predictions and everything and anticipating that game. 2-0 is something we could have predicted, but not that way, not like this. But TES, once again, Ox, you fell for it.
Oh,
Look, they can still get there. They can still get there, right? Yeah.
Combination. Both of them.
And yeah, perfect. You can look happy. He had a difficult year. It hasn't always been easy for him, but he showed up today, and so did the rest of the team. And I know that we've been heavily critical of some stages of the game for KT, the early game being one. I felt improvements here on that game.
Yeah, it felt fantastic. Like, the early game went way more smoothly. The team fighting was spectacular. It felt like they'd outdrafted them.
Yeah.
Everything had gone in the order that KT wanted to, and they looked so good.
It's insane. Take a step back. No one would have expected KT to be the first team to make it out of Swiss.
That's crazy.
They're the team now in the highest pool going into the knockout stage. No one would have expected. In fact, I'm pretty sure I left them out of my pick, because I have to actually check to make room for FlyQuest. But that's just kind of proves how strong the team has really become. They out-team fighted TES throughout the series.
Yeah, that was really the difference maker for me, was how strong they were in these fights. Peter looked fantastic on the Alistair, being able to set things up. The Cassiopeia was doing a ton of work when it came to getting the miasma and preventing the engages that TES were trying to go for. It just felt overall like KT read top esports like a book.
Absolutely, and one of the questions that we had coming into today was Kaza and what he was going to be able to do, especially against Kanavi, who's been overperforming, performing really well so far here at Worlds. And it took him a bit of time, but I felt like this game specifically was his game. But on a pick like Toronto, that could be expected.
Yeah, and I think that's what we wanted to see. When they took down Gen G in the upper bracket, it was a combination of BDD and Cuz. That combination is lethal when Cuz has woken up, and he is definitely wide awake. So it was great to see that, and it was actually a really hard game for Kanavi. I mean, he picked the Zed. We were all excited for it, but that was a lot of the pinching of the AD junglers that had really forced him into that pool.
Yeah, and I feel overall, Cuz just was fantastic when he picked up, working well with Peter, trying to get that the early game to the success. But as you say, Raz, I think the draft was really the main part of this.
Yeah.
It felt like KT had a really good read on what to do. The Ryze first pick comes through, which then immediately go, okay, we're going to take the Alistair, we're going to take the Trundle. The Trundle, as you were saying, makes it very, very difficult to go for these tank junglers, because you don't want to end up in that matchup. So you try to then force something alongside that's an AD pick. The Zed comes through, but it's not really what you want to go for. And even then, very early rotation, the Xayah Rakan, which was just perplexing to me.
Yeah, I like the Rakan. Xayah was really heavily punished, right? The Ezreal, Cassio, Trundle was already there. It is impossible to be able to play out those team fights in an even setting, and if KT's on the ball, they were on the ball. So I love their draft. We love their play. We are
happy, because the job's not done. They move on to quarterfinals for now. Convincingly, the whole team was connected, clicking together today. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be able to do in the next stage. But on the side of TES, a few improvements that we want to see from them. Draft was one today. Rob, what do you want to see?
Yeah, I think it's going back to basics, what worked for them, right? It's having something that is strong for Cream that can set up Navi, having